So few commentators ask what exactly happening. So I will explain because I am not keen of surprises. I like to say exactly what's going to happen because it's not. I'm not an intelligence organization. As you've seen, the punk right now in this apartment. I mean, again, painting. Even though it's Saturday, painting again the house in order with extremely harsh material in order, I mean, to subjugate the Titan. So this will be a good opportunity to explain what actually happened because many people, I mean, say they do not understand. What do I mean by the king of the bicycle? So it's actually pretty simple. I already told you in the in the Bicycle 2.1 saga that one of the changes that happened during the 80s saga by my predecessor is reversing the bicycle. So because what happened before is that the humans that ate the neurons of the females, the Titan females, had the ability to control their senses, and they tortured them with this ability. And this was reversed, and since then, one of the things that happened is that many of them just freed themselves and using this power and like went all over the world. And some stayed in Israel, and some actually became very prominent inside the intelligence organization, and to the point that they actually, I mean, they are like the bosses in the Shabak and the Mossad. And of course, they use their goons to torture me because I'm their slave and their farm animal. And of course, their goons also they learned how to use the bicycle mechanism in order to torture me, and they do it every day, as you've seen just right now in this video. So what we actually did now is we canceled the change at my predecessor. So what happens now is that these goons, they cannot torture me. Like I go, like as you've seen just now, I mean, I smell this horrible smell, and it smells horrible, but it's not amplified tenfold like like it was, like, I mean, when the bicycle mechanism was in its previous status, which was, I mean, up until like maybe half an hour ago, like, I mean, this ritual that you've seen right now. So what actually this person this punk was doing is actually he just, I mean, he manually create horrible smell in the mouths of, like in the noses of all the Titans in Israel and abroad. All of those that he ate their material. Certainly the Israelis, and maybe also abroad, hopefully abroad. So, of course, and they lost the ability to actually they lost the ability to actually use the bicycle against those goons. Perhaps they can use it against me, but in reality, they almost never see me because they are all, certainly now that they are very sick, like, I mean, with all sorts of like diseases that they infected themselves with, like with, this relates to the sexual issues that, I mean, I promised to speak about, but really I lost like the inclination after all this torture. I mean, it belongs to the 8th part of the robot saga. Anyway, they don't even see me, and they don't have like neurons in their body, and so, I mean, even if they have the ability to kind of like, I mean, torture me, it's far off. I mean, it's not like the goons that are everywhere, as you see right now, and they torture me on a daily basis. So you can ask, I mean, okay, so maybe, I mean, if it's true what you say, I mean, obviously, these guys, like goons, like the one that you just seen, I mean, they will very quickly, I mean, learn that I mean, the situation was changed, so they will stop doing it because they don't want to hurt those Titan females. That was a good one. First of all, they do not learn anything. Second, they don't care. Third, they do whatever, I mean, they do the thing that they always have done. Like, I mean, there is no change. They do not change at all. These goons will continue to act like the goons that they are. They do not listen to me. They don't care what I say. They do not listen to these videos. No one cares. They just do whatever they always did. In the previous, it's not exactly like, I mean, like the end of the bicycle saga, because after the end of the bicycle saga, like during like, I mean, the 80s, there was a huge purge. Like almost all of the, not all, but huge part of the Mossad and the Shabak just died. Like, not metaphorically, literally dead. They can become dead. And they were replaced by another generation. And this generation, I mean, they got used I mean, they got into the organization that rebuilt, that was undergoing a huge rebuild, and they learned the situation. The situation is not the same today. These people that you've seen, these goons that are 100% of the field class of the Shabak, I mean, nothing happens to them. And why should something happen to them? I mean, they serve a great purpose. The purpose is to torture the Titan females. And they do not want to learn. They will not learn. They will not change their behavior, and nobody can change their behavior. The only one that could somehow change their behavior until this noon, like until now, was the Titan females that controlled them. But the Titan females, I mean, they were very happy with like their behavior because it was aimed to subjugate me and to terrorize me, and they wanted me as their farm animal. So no, there is 0% that this Jacob Gun or any other Gun in the Shabak will change their way. They will continue to do exactly what they always have been doing because there is no other way. They are lizard people. And my guess is until this evening or at most up until tomorrow, all the Titans in Israel will, I mean, perish of this bicycle attacks that are already been conducted and will continue to be conducted by their former masters in the Shabak. I mean, former and current masters, former slaves and current masters. There is no way to stop it. It's not like, I mean, that someone listen to me now and will tell them that don't do it. I mean, this is, I mean, you cannot change, you cannot stop this train. It is impossible. They are lizard people. They cannot behave in any other way. So, good luck everybody. Like, regarding the international ramifications. So, first of all, there are Titans abroad that also, I mean, a part of this conspiracy against me in other countries, in the rainbow nations. And they will be affected, I mean, to the point of how much they actually like gave these goons like the flutes. I do not know. My guess is many did, and they will be affected in the same way because the goons, I mean, the Nero do not see borders. I mean, if this guy, I mean, he eaten like Nero's from like a French like Titan. So I mean, the French Titan will now suffocate from like amazing, like unbelievably harsh smell right now. They don't, I mean, it's all related to the mechanic of like who ate what, and I don't really know exactly how it works. Certainly the Titans and that are not part of the rainbow countries, I don't see why they should be affected because they did not receive the Neros. I mean, for me at least, I mean, maybe they've received like other Neros and like from like the female Titans, and many actually already suspected that this is what happened. I mean, and this was it's a common theory in the comments section, and it's correct. Yes, that's what they've done. Certainly in the last 2 years, when I mean it's almost impossible to get my Neros because they burned all of that, like in front of all the embassies, like in the Yarkon Street in Tel Aviv and in many other places. So it's almost impossible to get my stuff like in the last 2 years. But maybe even before that, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that if they gave you like, I mean, the red Neros, their own red Neros instead of my yellow ones. And so, why is this a problem? Like, I wanted to discuss it in this like the 8th chapter, but really I lost inclination because of all this torture. Maybe some other time, I mean, I will regain the inclination because it's important. But anyway, yes, I mean, the main assumption of the commentators was correct that they sold like their own red Neros instead of the yellow ones because they didn't have the yellow ones, or perhaps even before that they started like, I mean, or maybe they sold them some kind of like a mix, like a kind of like diluted alcohol or like cut cocaine or something like that. But I don't see why like Titan females from like the non-rainbow nation will like give their own like flutes to goons like this one, like in Israel. Maybe I'm wrong. If they did, I mean, it doesn't matter if they're part of the rainbow nation. They are now under the control of these creatures. But I assume that they didn't do it. So probably the situation of the non-rainbow nation will considerably become better starting this evening and certainly tomorrow. And this cannot be changed. These are lizard people. There is no way to change what they do. They will continue to do whatever they've done. So I really hope, of course, needless to say that, I mean, the non-rainbow nations and most of all China, that I know I still, my wish is still to, of course, first of all to get out of Israel, and second to live in China with my daughters, of course, and their mother. preferably in Hong Kong, but if it's impossible, I mean, like, so other like big city like in China is also fine. So I hope, hopefully, I mean, the non-rebel nations and most of all China will use this new advantage that they have, and not in the field of the mouths and the tongues, but maybe in the field of arms and legs, because I require arms and legs, and I require it very, very soon.